Hey guys, this is Ryan Lai from Unbound Vision, and we are back once again with another speed drawing video. I believe this is the 18th episode, and today is April 14th, 2017. And this is currently my 78th day of the 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. work schedule for anime web series Takashi. And this webcomic that you can see me working on right now, this one's a little more simple, and mainly it was because when I woke up on Thursday, which was, the day before today, when I woke up Thursday, I had this massive headache, and my body basically crashed during that same day, and I wasn't sure if I would make it through with this comic, so I just said, you know what? If I can't fall off the schedule, because if I fall off the schedule, it's just going to produce a bad habit. So what I had to do eventually was I had to just push through it, but make it a little simpler. So we're continuing off the last webcomic that we had last week, actually, and that was a really fun webcomic to work on. And this one's actually just as fun, but again, I kept it very simple. But I'm pretty sure the humor will hit through pretty well for you guys, especially if you're paying attention. And yeah, I hope you guys like the humor for this series. It's coming directly from me. This is my kind of sense of humor. A lot of it can be like either really cute or really like dark and sinister and twisted, which I'm actually a fan of the dark humor because it's just funner. It's just a lot funner to do because I just don't think people are expecting it as much. People usually expect things to be like really cute, and it works. It works a lot of the time, but I think when you take a risk and you make something like really dark when someone wasn't expecting it to be dark, that actually gives it just a little more oomph. And as you can see here, I'm just what I'm doing when it comes to drawing these characters. I have to constantly flip them horizontal and sometimes vertical just to check if they're accurately proportioned. And you're not gonna be 100% accurate on it. You can never be 100% accurate. I mean, the chance of making errors is always there. So the best thing you can do is just make the error, do the best you can to fix it, and then move on. Because if you keep going back and trying to fix something, it's never gonna it's never going to be perfect. You just got to keep going forward, because the more you go forward, the better the ideas you come up with. So there's actually a lot of truth to that saying where they say volume creates quality, because the more you do, the better at it you get, honestly. And that's basically why I'm on the 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. schedule, because it works. Like my work ethic has increased. The amount of things I've been able to do has increased. My drawing capabilities have increased exponentially within just like a couple of months. It's insane. I didn't think it would improve that much, but it's improved more within those recent months of being on this schedule than it has in a couple of years that I've remembered. Because I remember in a couple of years when I was doing it on and off, like, your skills don't get very far if you're only doing like 20 hours of work, a week on what you love, versus doing like 70 or 60 or 100 hours, which, I mean, think about that for a second. You're basically working 3 to 4 times harder than most people, which is insane, right? And I think that's a good thing to be known for, because even if your artistic merit isn't quite up to a lot of other standards, you gotta try and measure it up to your own standards, because if you notice yourself improving like crazy, then it's not really fair to keep comparing yourself to others when you should be comparing yourself to yourself, because your greatest competition, well, from what I've noticed, and this is a mistake I made a long time ago, because I kept trying to compete against all my other classmates, because they were all better than me. I wanted to be better than them, but that's not actually how it works. How it works is that you gotta keep competing against yourself. You're your greatest competition. And the greatest thing about competing against yourself is that the game never ends. You're always trying to one-up yourself, and that's something that I always enjoy doing that, because you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, you can do better, or I'm gonna beat you, versus going to someone else, and you could potentially make an enemy doing that to someone else. But if you do it to yourself, you raise the game on yourself. And here's a I finally got to the black and white for these comics, but when we post these up on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, you'll be able to see a more finished product. Probably not YouTube, but Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'm Ryan Lyon from Unbound Vision, and I hope you guys continue to stay inspired. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.